Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope you all are having a marvelous night. I know I am. First and foremost, I would like to thank you all for wishing me a happy birthday. I really, really, truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So thank you all. I am 48 years young. I am not afraid to say my age anymore. I am 48 and I feel great. I hope I get to see my next birthday. I really do. It is a blessing to be able to sit here with you tonight. Also, I would like to address a couple of things. Um, I'm not here to bash anyone's relationship or situationship or marriage or anything like that. I'm not bashing men. I'm not trying to bash women. I'm just simply having an everyday conversation that people have when it comes to situations, ships, friendships, companionships and things like that, and talk about some of the experiences that I went through and how I got through those things. And that's it. I'm not trying to bash anyone. I'm not trying to be vindictive. I'm not trying to make people feel bad or any of that. I know some of y'all like negativity and you like to see things negative and you like to see people going through things that hurt. I know y'all love to see things. Some of y'all love to see things like that. I'm not here for that. I'm just simply doing what I like to do and just sharing some of the things and some things that other people are going through with their permission, and just sharing it. So I just had to address that because I hate when people create narratives about someone. I just don't get that. I'm not here for that. So I'm not hurt about any of my past relationships or anything anymore. I mean, I'm over that. I'm adult enough to talk about it. I don't have any bad blood between anyone that I've dated. So that's that. So I just felt like I had to address that because, I hate when people come back and tell me things. So I just don't like that. But anyway, moving on. So would you tell your friend that you saw their spouse or their mate cheating? We're just going to say spouse because, you know, it's a whole nother topic about how I feel about someone just dating someone, you know. But to answer that question for myself, I would want, if I'm really genuinely, if I have a friend that is really my friend, I would hope that they would tell me, if my mate or spouse or someone was cheating, especially if they had hard proof of it. Now, if they didn't have proof, let's say she just saw them at the store, we don't know if they came to the store together, if you didn't see that, or they could have been two people in a store and just having conversation, because I've been in that situation before. And so some people, just looking for a split second, a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes, and they assume that these people are cheating. So I get it when people say, when you tell the person and they're like, well, did you have proof and all this and that? Because sometimes that does matter. Sometimes people do take things a little too far when it comes to things like that. So, but I really wish, I would want my friend to tell me, um, in some of my relationships, I have had it happen to where I found out after the fact that people knew about, certain things and did not tell me. I felt kind of, I don't even know how I felt, but to watch someone go through something like that, and you knew for a fact that this person is doing what they're doing, then, even family members, I just felt some type of way about that when it happened, because that was just, I feel like, I wouldn't do that to anyone. But I do get it when people say they don't want to get in the middle, because some people do get mad and you lost that friendship with this person. So it's really like a sketchy thing to me. But and then what if the person cheating is your friend? Would you tell on your friend? That's a big one. Would you tell your friend's partner that they are cheating on them? Honestly, I think everyone, it would be a 100% no. And honestly, I don't think I would, because at that point I would feel like I don't want to get in the middle of it, but I would definitely try to talk to that person and tell them, this is not right, So yeah, so that would be a sticky situation too. And then would you give them a chance to come clean? Or do you keep their secret out of loyalty? I know it's a big thing when it comes to friend, and I'll drop an egg on you for you guys. If two women are friends and they're best friends, and she is cheating on her spouse, his or her spouse, then there's a likely that that friend is going to keep that secret if it was flipped around. So, I'm just being honest. But what if you tell your friend and they decide to stay anyway? That's a big thing too. A lot of people will be like, "Well, I ain't telling them because they're gonna stay with them anyway. So why? What am I telling them for? Was it worth risking your friendship?" That's the thing. Because, like I said, you can lose that friendship by just trying to keep them from getting hurt. Um, would you still support their decision though? That's one thing too. Would you still support their decision to stay? Speaking for myself, if that was the case for if 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 I had a friend that was in that type of situation, of course I would support that. A good friend would support their decision no matter what, because you can't dictate, or you can't, you have to let people do what they're going to do. So of course I would support that, because people are going to do what they want to do anyway. So I guess I would want, the answer to that question is, I would want my friend to tell me if my partner was cheating. Um, if it was my friend cheating on their spouse, I don't know. There's a 50-50 chance that I would tell the spouse, because I would really feel out of place. So that's a good question. So how do you all feel about that? Drop your questions below. Let's talk about it. Have a good night.